And I'll let you know what's randomized. We got the hammer that can break the locks, as well as, the rocks and everything else. And we start at World 6 for our first world. The world order is randomized. The first 7, is randomized, and we got World 8 to clear it off. The items from the in-card game are also randomized, where what you see on the end card is what you won't get. So you could get some P-Wings, Clouds, Hammers, maybe Hammer Bro suits, but you don't know what they are until you uncover what the item is. And some Fireball dodging by Fred, and well, the Fireball kinda got Fred there. So all 3 players are in the same level here to begin with. So, and let's see, Classic Gamer does beat the level, and we got a first boss bass! Ugh, this is not a good place for a boss bass to be in. Just dodge them. And these fire bros are not being nice to Alan there. Fred dodges some fireballs, does complete this world. I believe that was... let me look here. I don't know the number offhand. Also, yeah. This is also disabled. This is a Warpless run, so... And on Classic Gamer side, we got the Ice Fortress. I think that's vanilla, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check here. No, I believe that was the second fort in World 6. Yeah, enemies are also shuffled. So you could have boss bass show up anytime, it feels like. Fred is on the maze level here. And let's see. Classic Gamer getting through the sky level there. Not a problem. Even if the players wanted to, they can shuffle the music that plays, but that's their, if they want to or not, that does not affect the flags we use at all. Classic Gamer gets a P-Wing. Not too bad to have, early on. And we got the sun level from World 2 now. But no sun. Some, decent enemies. Not too much dodging. Oh, that fire bro. It's not being nice tonight. Fred uses a good star there to kill out a Thromp or 2. Not too bad, to use for a star and everything. And on ClassicGamer88, we have a beta level. This is a beta level to, I believe, 1.5. You're obviously gonna get the same enemies in the beta levels. I like to mention that. And let's see what's going on. Fred will go to the sky level here. Let me just see. From World 5. I believe that is 5-4? Alright, yeah, this is a, for Jedi bringing it out, this is a Group B matchup. Meanwhile, Classic Gamer destroying the Boom Boom there. And, well, makes a bridge. Let's see Fred in the Sun level. Oh yes, this level that Classic Gamer's on 88's on. You kind of want to fall down because it'll probably take you a little longer. Just try to get to the top route. It's much faster and safer. And this early first level is not taking its liking to Alan. He does complete it, and now he gets to move on. Fry does pick up a Tanuki suit, and we have our first hand stage on Classic Gamer's side. The cheap one. This level could be cheap sometimes. Oh, Boss Bass, be nice. these Sumo Bros. And the hand stage will yield a leave. So, 3 hand stages, well, there's 3 leaves if you get it. Get them all. And we have the Air Force on ClassicGamer88 side. This is mixed between, you know, the fortresses as well. Because, well, it breaks a lock, makes a bridge, whatever. So it's with the Boom Booms, I believe. Unless there's another level I'm thinking of. Yeah, these are with the Boom Boom levels. So all the fortresses and that, Boom Boom goes down easy and quick, so that's a good thing to have. The power-ups are also, before I forget, the power-ups are randomized as well. You could get a mushroom, leaf, flower, the star, the continuous star, and a 1-up. And we have, I believe that's Iggy? No wait, that's Iggy, either Lemmy or Iggy. I'm thinking Iggy. I just gotta do some research on which Koopa Kid is what sometimes. Because some of them are real close to each other of what they look like. Let's see here, and now Fred, and we got World 2 as a second world. Before I forget, if any player does get a anchor, the anchor is treated like a random item. Right now, it's most likely going to be a frog suit, but that should be fixed in a later update when we move on to the bracket stage, which who knows is going to go on at that point. Kill a couple thumps for Alan. Classic Gamers in the, let's see, that's World 6, so I believe that's 6-5. And Fred does get a 5-up. You want lives early on in case, you know, you get a game over and you don't want to do all these levels again. Because if you complete quite a few levels and have to start over, ugh, that does hurt sometimes. And that Boom Boom got Alan there. And we got the Navy as the fortress here. We get a World 8 so-called fortresses, the airships, out early on. Meanwhile, Fred is in the Air Force. Well, there's only 2 Autoscrollers in the randomizer. I believe 5-9 and one of the beta levels. All other Autoscrollers, well, are disabled. So the Air Force is much easier to deal with, because it's normally a fast moving level. And we got some boomerang action here on Classic Gamer's side, and they go down easy, as well as the boom boom on Fred's side. Oh, that does kind of hurt a little bit. And let's see, Fred's getting a few stars here. And let's see, we know what they are once we get inventory check. Probably be later on. And we got the first airship on Fred's side, and at the same time we got airship number 7, I think. Or is that 6? I believe that is 7. Well, we got 2 Koopa kids going down close to each other. And Classic Gamer going to his 3rd world. Well, what will be in that spot? Well, we'll find out in a minute. Meanwhile, Fred will go to his 2nd world. Well, being world 2. See, Fred's checking the pipe, see where this leads. Well, at least you could skip a lot of levels because he uses a hammer. So he only has to do 1 level in World 2. So this should be a quick world for Fred. And we got 1-1 on Classic Gamer's side. Oh, some of these enemies are not going to be nice, but dodges everybody. Not too bad. Quick level. And a quick star at the end. And we got another boss bass. This time I believe in... I always get some of these levels mixed up. I was about to say 1-2, but it's not 1-2, obviously. And we got the coin fortress, as I like to call it. You can get grind a few lives, but that wastes time. And the timer, this is the only fortress with a timer of 200 seconds at the start. You'll need a Tanuki suit to, well, get out of here to fight Boom Boom and everything. Let's see, Alan's doing the matching game, and he will not get the 1-ups. That flower at the end kinda cost him. Yeah, the end card games are randomized. There's 8 different sets that can appear that's preset at the beginning of the seed. When the seed's made out, the rewards are randomized. So a star could be like a hammer or whatever. I don't remember what the star was in this seed. Ooh, we got Big Bertha. on Classic Gamer's side. And Fred completing that last world, and well, good use of Tanuki suit. Just go to stone and well, kill a few fish in the process. Some of these fish I don't like. But, well, everybody you know likes boss bass. We need more of these guys in the seed. Fred's getting through the underwater part fairly easy, taking a couple hits, but gets through it. And we got some fire bros on ice. And use a star, get a star. Decent trade out there. Not too bad. And quick work of World 1 there in a third position, and I believe that was the second airship. I wasn't paying attention at the beginning of it. By the color of the airship, it looked like World 2, I believe. Let's see, we get an anchor, and we got World 5. And I believe this is 1-3 on Classic Gamer's side. Yeah, that was quick work, and he goes behind. This will not be a whistle. Whistles are removed. It is a P-wing instead. And let's see, we get another big Bertha. Wow, 2 of them. Like I said before, I'd like to see some boss bass underwater instead of a big Bertha. That will be, you know, end card game. What are you doing down there? You're off the map a little bit. Yeah, I've seen that happen like once, but during a race, okay. I don't know if that's the first time in the race setting that has happened or not. Wait, the end card on Fred too. Wow, these end cards are being rude tonight. At least that one. I don't know if that's something Fred will have to look into and fix, probably. But we got a close race going on right now between Fred and Classic Gamer. Only a couple levels behind each other. Alan making it through, well, the first world. Just having a little trouble at this beginning. And, wow. Hi, Boss Bass in the tower. tower is one of 4 levels in the game that is not at a random position because how they work. We also got the 2 plant levels in World 7 that are not randomized, as well as, of course, Bowser's Castle. Now, if that was randomized, you never know how quick a sea could be. I believe we got six on Classic Gamer side. I was in its vanilla world and everything. That's part of it, Fred. Let's see, what was that? At okay, the 5.6 was at 5.8, and we got a Fred 5.9 at 5.9. One of 2 Autoscrollers in this randomizer. Thanks, Fred, for having a vanilla level. And not too bad for, a slow moving level. Hopefully we don't see the next one, or do we want to see the other Autoscroller? And this is World 3 airship, I believe. Yes, this is World 3 airship that Classic Gamer is on. And we have good old boy. And he's the earthquakes. Not a problem for a Classic Gamer. Just above average on hits. Koopa's HP does range from 1 to 5. And who earthquakes? Well, it's randomized as well. So, ooh, that boo! Alan landed on it. Ooh. Come on, Alan. Dodge and boos. Oh god, that text box Classic Gamer got. Nah, I like that text. And text is randomized as well, as you noticed. Could be anything, but the amount, how long it's on the screen is not randomized, so can't be cut short or whatever. So Fred gets another 5 up. He has plenty of Marios to deal with. 19 of them right now. Meanwhile, we got a son. Just hiding behind some of these pyramids. I believe that's 2-3. Yeah, that is 2-3. Yeah, some players tends not to go play the in-card game because they feel comfortable, how they do in randomizers. And we got 7-1. Classic Gamer's trying to go for the clip. There's a few levels that has a clip like this. 7-1 and I believe 7-6 is the other level that you can possibly do a clip on. Okay, son. You being an annoyance right there. Just saying. Oh, Fred! I think he's got burnt a little bit by his son. And Fred decides, well, why not? Let's use a frog suit. Alan getting a 5 up. from 3 stars in a row. And let's see. Yeah, Fred's gonna try to fly through some of this level. Gotta dodge that son, and Alan is on his first hand stage, dodging some cheeps. Like you two, don't be mean. Not bad level for either player. Alan's on his airship now, completing his first world, which is about. He's got to take on the Koopa. That's in. Of course, he wants that mushroom. We got for level 1's Fortress. ClassicGamer's going to go up to top, get an item, and it's a Tanuki suit this time. I love cheeps. Just jumping out of the water. Wants to be a threat. And we get the pyramid level on ClassicGamer's88 side. Quick Koopa kill for Alan. He beats his first world. Man, he gets to move on to World 2. Some of these plants can be annoying sometimes, as Fred will go to the underwater fortress. And that is World 3's Fortress number 2. And yeah, let's go ahead and grab that leaf. Extra hit. Let's grab a few items. So kill a few hammer bros, get good items. And I think that death was... No, it wasn't intentional. He just wanted to fly through, I guess. Because you could use a P-Wing and just, well, skip over the level. So that death was on purpose, so he doesn't want to deal with that level. And I don't blame him one bit. Yeah. To answer the question in chat, unfortunately the 3-player layout does not have the tracker. It's kind of a shame, but we rarely have a 3-player match, so this is a rare occasion. And Fred's in the 4th world, like Jadab said. Classic's in the 5th. Alan is in his 2nd world. Quick work there on Classic side to kill Bim Bim. So both players will enter an airship nearly the same time. Classic Gamer is going to enter World 6 airship, so, and I believe Fred's entering 2. And we got Iggy, high jumping Iggy, an earthquaking Roy, and Koopa, and the Koopas kind of go down quick. So Classic Gamer is about to enter his 6th world, and Fred's about to enter his 5th. So there's one world difference in them two. They are racing each other in a Group B matchup. Alan is in his own group by himself. He's just doing time trials for seeding purposes for the bracket stage. He will be in a bracket no matter what happens during his times. He's just got to finish the 3 runs. And this is, I believe, his 3rd time trial he's doing, so this is be it for him on that. Oof. And we got 7-4-2. And Fred kinda hot-footed into the lava. That kinda hurts a little bit. Meanwhile, we got a sun, not being too annoying. Quick work of that fortress level. Now it gets a hammer for his troubles there. And we got a boom boom battle. And we got a second hand stage on Alan's side. And Gamer decides to fly through this plant level. Not a bad decision. Them plants can be evil at times. And gets a star for his troubles. Okay, that was funny there. Stimmer Bros. Not being too annoying. And Classic Gamer, I don't think he has a hammer, so he can't break the lock unless he's saving his hammers for something else. And we got a star run level with his son. Shouldn't be too much of a factor. Maybe he had to end. But, you know, having a star, well, the sun's not going to last much longer than anything else. Fred's going through a good level. That Classic Gamer kind of decided, you know what, I don't want to deal with that level. So you gotta see what the level entail there. World 7 can be a long world, and sometimes you can have it to be real short. As you see on Classic Gamer side, he's going through pipe after pipe, trying to find the correct pipe to go through. You could say the same for World 3. You could get that god pipe that leads you directly to their airship, but you don't have to do any of the levels. I don't think we had World 3 yet. So I think that's the next one. And right now, Fred's in World 8 Fortress. Not a bad fortress at all. Let's see what this pipe will lead. Okay, that led to a leaf for that pipe. This World 7. Yeah. World 8 is going to always be the last, so we know World 3 will be next for Classic Gamer. And Fred is finishing up his 5th world, I believe. Not too bad of a world. The airship. It's one of my favorite airships, to be honest. Right now, Classic Gamer is roughly a world ahead of Fred, but it's a randomizer world 7. Now can be anything. You just gotta pick the right paths to go through. And we have about 2 bosses down that's near the same time on Fred's and Alan's side. Alan's completing his 2nd world. We'll move on to the 3rd world. And Classic Gamer's going through this lovely maze. I believe that is... Hold on a second. Yes, 7-5. Let's see what. Wow, these pipe systems on Classic side. Just about clearing out World 7. I think Fred does have a hammer, so if he comes across that pipe that leads to the lock, Fred could use the hammer and shortcut the world. Let's see where these last two pipes he hasn't checked leads. The first one will lead back to the first area. So, did you have to beat 7-1 just to get to the end? Well, we'll find out in a minute here. We got hot foots. Some of them stops like this one does. Its cousin, not so nice. If you're looking at it, it still randomly walk around. Possibly, you know, not being nice. Just being evil. Boom, down and we got this super tank, I believe I call it, on Classic side. Oh, Bullet Bill's evil. Star Run, son. Let's go. You could skip the first block here. Not really an issue. But other blocks, you need to be quick. Otherwise, you go slow. The jumpers will probably take a nice bite out of you. Destroying. Oh, this level Classic Gamer's on. I don't like it one bit. And I believe by looking at this, I'm going to see. And we got another boss pass. Make it worse. Now a fun level to boss pass to be in. And I think we got, let's see, lava on top, lava on the bottom. Not a bad level. Just go through it quick. Kill Boom Boom. Done. This Boom Boom's like, nope, you're not going to hit me. You're not going to hit me. And the Boom Boom does to go down. And Fred's in... And level likes to move up and down. And world 6 level. Yeah, but if you haven't already, give all 3 of these runners a follow. They are putting out a great show. We got a close race between Fred and Classic Gamer and Alan. Not, you know, just playing for time trials, but doing the way he can. Not doing too bad. Oh, I don't like that placement of a piranha. Yeah, it does seem Fred does not have a hammer, so you can't really shortcut and try to catch up a little. But that world 7! Almost full cleared. That's interesting. And the 7th world is a world 3. Let's see, will this pipe be quick? Yes, we got the God pipe! World 3 is free! Nice! World 7 there. Or 7th world. Quick airship. And, well, we can save Wendy for last. But she's a high jumping Koopa! No earthquakes by Wendy tonight. I kinda wanted to see a 5 HP Wendy with earthquake. I guess that didn't happen tonight. Now, Classic Gamer is about to enter Land of Bowser. This could be a quick world, this could be a long world. What you want to find is the path to Bowser. If you can't really find it off the bat, second best thing to find is the Dark Room. Dark Room has 5 pipes in total you could go through. So that's your best bet to have. Meanwhile, we got Big Bertha being a little bit evil. Alan does manage to get away. And gets a 5-up for it. Classic Gamer's in a land of electric jellyfish. I kinda enjoy that level a little bit. Kinda slow, but you know, it's an enjoyable level. Just gotta watch out for electric jellyfish. Let's see, where would the first pipe lead? As you notice, the first tank level doesn't break a lock, so it was mixed in with a tile level. We get the hand bridge. Classic Gamer decides, nope, I don't want to take that way. But would that be the path? And Fred finds a troll pipe connection. Gotta love that pipe. And let's see. I think Fred does realize you have to go through World 1. The first world. The first level in 7. I can't speak tonight. Sheesh. Took me 3 attempts to say that. Let's see, but this way lead for us, it will lead us to the Dark Room. But you gotta beat 2 levels just to access the next 2 pipes. So will this be a good call? Or will this be the slow way? I will find out after this level. We got Lakitu action on 2 of our players. Can they Lakitu win any other thing here? Nope. And Alan kind of jumped on that boomerang, bro. And kind of paid the price a little. But this time uses a star on a single one. Not a problem when you have a star. Fred's kind of taking the super tank. Ooh, that pipe led to a locked door. Locked. A lock. Okay, that did not make sense, but can't go that way. Enough said on that. Oh, the hot foot. These swamps. It might be dangerous to go the top route, but you got a star. Can it last long enough to kill Boom Boom? Yes, it does. Quick kill on Boom Boom. Classic Gamer is in the lead. Right now, Fred is a world and a half or so behind. Oh, do you have to go through the hand bridge to get to Bowser? I think you do. Ooh, hi, Boss Bass. How are you doing in the air? Flying Boss Basses, everybody. Just don't get eaten in the air. Not going to be an issue. Boss Basses can be evil at times. Classic Gamer wisely using a frog suit. Not gonna lose too much time because that was a water level. And he gets a 1-up. And he gets grabbed by another hand. Not the one you want to see! Not the one you want to see! It's the second Autoscroller. The second Autoscroller is on the 3rd hand. Well, Classic Gamer's gonna make easy use of it because of a frog suit, but kinda slid down to the bottom of the water and died. Ouch. Well, at least I don't have to worry about the Autoscroller anymore. Great work by Fred on that Koopa. He has World 3. That should be done quick, because World 3 is a free world. There's a small chance Fred could catch up, but looks like Classic Gamer is making his way through the hand bridge. This should lead possibly either A, to Bowser, or B, it leads to Bowser. Hand bridge was required, as we knew that. But now, World 2's Fortress on Classic's side. Not a bad world to be in. Dodging some boos, hot foots, not too bad. Let's kill up on Boom Boom. Windy action on Fred's side. Gotta love to have Windy being last. Them rings can be evil. And now, are you gonna have somebody use the frog suit and beat Bowser? Come on, frog action. Oh! Classic Gamer lost his frog suit. Nope, looks like we're not gonna have a frog ending. Unless Fred somehow wants to pull it off. I don't know if Fred does have a hammer bro suit or not. I haven't seen his inventory for a while, so... Fred enters World 8. If he gambles on hand bridge, he could make this closer than it appears. Bowser time on Classic Gamer's side, using the duck strats. As you know, well, he just takes the intentional hit. Bowser doesn't have a hitbox on the bottom, so just stay. If you're small, just stand there. You won't get hit. Just stand on a Bowser, whatever. Quick, easy fight. Only the top half of Bowser does any harm. Fred's rushing his way in World 8. Bowser just blowing a few more fireballs. Falls into his pit. Classic Gamer defeats Bowser and finishes first once we get into the door. With an official SRL time of 51 minutes, 25 seconds. Get your GGs out for Classic Gamer. He wins, and I believe he makes it to the bracket stage. I'm going to double check that real quick. Meanwhile, Fred gets grabbed by hand, but he does take the hand bridge and takes the intentional death. And let's see. I'll see if Classic Gamer also wants to join in for post-race interview. Oh, the hand doesn't want Fred to pass it. Ouch. Well, Fred has all them lives, so... Alright. Fred does get by that hand now. Alan's making his way through this World 4. Fred's is finishing up the required hand bridge. And I believe we have Classic Gamer in the booth now. GG's. That was an interesting World 7. Every pipe, just about.
Let's put it this way, just so everybody out there that's watching knows, I just wanted to do 100%, show everybody how terrible RNG is when you have a hand that you forgot about.
So what are your thoughts on this seed?
My thoughts on this seed? Well, yeah. It showed me literally how to slap you in the face and then tell you, okay, now I'm going to be nice to you. Pretty much.
Yeah, only a few boss battles in this seed. Not too many of them, I don't think.
No, from what I saw, there was about four or five, but some of them were in locations where they really didn't pose a...
And now we got Fred just entering Bowser's castle. So, it was a pretty good, close race throughout.
Yeah, only because I did all of World 7.
Yeah, I believe Fred did as well, because he took basically just about the same path. No hammers, kind of sucked, but if you had that one hammer, you could save some time.
Yeah, and again, that was the thing. I've been used to not having any hammer in any of my matches, and finally start getting all of them thrown at me to the point where I was like, oh, I don't have hammers, and I had one. Oops.
Yeah, I know that feeling when you think you have an item, or you don't think you have an item, but you do. Ugh. And Fred's taking on the King Bowser, just one stump away. It was a great race. I think the largest lead you had was, I think, 2 worlds, but that world 3 got a pipe to end it, just about. That was interesting.
Yeah, you know, if anybody was able to hear me in general, I was just laughing after that World 7, and then just to get the pipe right away in World 3, I was like, of course, story of my life with SMB3 RNG.
And Fred does finish with an official SRL time of 56 minutes 6 seconds. Get your GGs out for Fred. We still got Alan. He's in World 4. I don't remember what world on that was, but it's making through his World 1 Fortress right now.
He'll love World 7 when he gets it. Enjoy it.
If you guys haven't done RC already, give these 3 runners a follow. They put on a great show and a good race.
If I could just real quick, I want to give a big shout out to the End Spade that hates me completely. Look, in the past 2 days, I've made it spawn in interesting places. This time it was up in the clouds.
Yeah. And I think we have Fred. GG.
Oh, thank you. Good game there, gamer there. You kicked butt.
Well, I'll take it, thank you, but thought I played horrible.
Yeah, that World 7.
Take the right. The funny thing is, I almost decided to go again with my gut and say, you know what? Let's just go the other way first. And no.
And that probably could, if that would have happened, I think this would have been real close. Within seconds, probably.
Yeah, it could have been
a 5-minute difference.
Yeah, it was just wandering around through every single wrong pipe there in World 7 and then discovering, oh yeah, I should have just taken that one at the beginning. It's all good though.
And then you get World 3 being free.
Of course. It's got a, what, 1 in 5 chance, I want to say, something like that, of being completely free, so it's always a good time there.
Yep. A sub-hour, that's a decent time for, you know, a rando.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. I haven't done a lot of actual playing of the rando itself in terms of race settings, and so it ended up being a good time. You know, I felt like I was played decent most of it, and then just, you know, the World 7 madness ended up coming up and deciding the race there.
Yeah, that third hand spot did not like it at all.
No, it was what? I think I had 4 hits there that I ran into the third hand, which was the Autoscroller, and I just said, yeah, I think dying even 4 times is going to be faster than trying to do that stage again.
Yeah. Like, I was wondering what that second Autoscroller was. Like, okay, we found 5-9 in its vanilla location.
Yeah, no, I have to work on making the game more random. I'm trying.
Yep.
Although, as everyone points out, you know, it is supposed to happen once in a while.
Yeah, that end card appearing off the map, basically.
Yeah,
that was rude.
Not sure how I pulled that one off, but probably just a case of, you know, pushing all the levels out of order, something happened. I was just like, yeah, I just got to push. At that point, I'd already gotten both hammers, off of the end cards. So the best I could have done was basically clear it out for a hopeful second run.
Yeah, I think
So-
I think that's the second time I've seen the end card game appear in a location where you can't get it. Like,
Yeah.
nope.
Nope, they just decided to go into a funny place. It was, interesting. I gotta love this game.
I don't know if that is a fix that could be fixed or.
Yeah, I'm not sure what caused it. I'd have to at some point go back and find out, what caused that to spawn where it did and see if it was possible to move it over, but...
And the only thought I have is a prior Hammer Bro from a different world. But
Yeah, it might have been.
The one thing that I think about that, because I did have that happen last doing practice, I had it happen in World 1 where it appeared the water above the castle, and it happened after getting that same treasure chest that usually has a whistle while having...
Oh! Certainly could be. That might be something for me to check out, because I don't remember if I got that close to there or not, but that definitely could be something related to it for all we know. Maybe one of the treasures or something's messing it up.
Still funny.
That was awesome. Best of luck. You've now qualified for the bracket phase now completely, so well done to you, sir.
and bracket stage, I believe, starts in half of a month or so.
Yeah, I think everyone's got to the end of the month to finish out all the group play, and then everyone goes through. I'm gonna have one more match here because in our group, I believe we have 3 1 and 2s. So we're gonna have a playoff to get to determine who joins Classic Gamer here in the bracket from our group.
And that's going to be interesting to watch.
Oh, it should be a blast to see. We'll keep everyone posted as to exactly when that's going to be. Hopefully, it's going to be a bunch of fun.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for anything better than a three-way playoff. I was expecting someone to go to and just join there, but hey, everybody gets one more match, so enjoy.
Exactly. It's everyone's got a second life now. We all found that one up.
Yep. Whenever that will be, it's going to be between Jadab, Fred, and Claris. It's going to be interesting. I believe this will be our second tiebreaker.
As I say, we've already had one so far. I mean, there's a couple other ones where it could potentially end up in the cards. With the way that the group phases fall, it could either be a tiebreak to determine which two people go or which one person goes. In our group, it'll be a one winner takes it all, and everyone else will be cheering on from the sidelines after that match.
One thing I like to see in the future is, if possible, Boom Boom's HP being randomized.
That's definitely something that's on my radar. It's not... Hopefully it won't be too bad. One thing that I discovered with the Koopa Kids, which has led me to be cautious about that, is when you change the Koopa Kid HP, unless you change another value in the ROM, it's possible to fireball the Koopa Kid, if he gets too many hit points, and not get him to drop the wand, just have him die like a regular enemy. So there's something similar going on with Boom Booms that when I tried doing that the first time got messed up. So it's something I've got to, I'll just have to hunt down. But there's going to be a couple of places I'm going to have to hunt in the map in the game in order to be able to do that. So just from a technical perspective, there's something in the game that doesn't like Boom Boom having more than 3 hit points for some reason. Can't imagine why the game would object to that.
Yeah, like, I've been thinking, like, I want to have possible that movie. And we got Alan fighting. Now, sometimes I can't think of the Koopa's names. I think that's Iggy, the blue Koopa here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Iggy.
Oh, and a high jumping Koopa kind of got Alan there.
Yeah, going real quick about what we're talking about with the Koopa links. Yeah, there's a thing in vanilla that when you hit them and then you hit them, jump on them and throw a fireball in the same frame. Yeah, they glitch out. what Fred was talking about. They just glitch out completely and fall off the wall.
Yeah, and that gets exacerbated where apparently if you have 4 or 5 hit points, it doesn't even need that in order to happen. So, so in this case, we at least fixed it so that way. I think the glitch can still happen, as you said, if it's frame perfect. I'd have to try to figure out how that'd be happening to try to patch that one, but the rest of it, at least, we're gonna, the Koopa Kids won't do anything too funky. If they get to 4 or 5 hit points, they can't jump out of the map anymore like some of them we discovered that they can. Again, that can also happen in the vanilla game, but we patched that one so that way you're not sitting there for 300 ticks waiting for a Koopa Kid to fall back down.
And Alan got Iggy that time with a frog suit, so...
Oh, beautiful.
On. I don't know what World 4 was in, but I believe 7's next.
Yeah, 7 will be next, and then the Fast World 3 after that.
So 7-3. So he's on his...
He's entering World 6. The sixth world. In the version, I'm going to release a version at the end of Bracket Play, an updated version which fixes a couple of minor bugs. It'll fix the anchor, so it'll be much more likely to hit every single item as opposed to the very strong preference it has towards Frog Suit right now. And it also will, on the HUD at the bottom, actually display essentially what world you currently are in. So if you're playing, if it's the 5th world that you've gotten to, it'll say World 5 down there, even if you're in World 3 or World 7. So that'll be a nice little fix for the viewers. So that way everyone can see a little bit easier where everyone is.
Yeah, and at that point we won't need a world tracker, basically.
Exactly.
Have one, but not a big issue. Let's see how Alan works his way through World 7.
Hey, instead of the boom boom with random, fix that by putting 4 boom booms in the fight. Problem solved. It's like played.
Don't tempt me.
Do it.
Yeah, the only issue I see is you kill one, grab a power up.
But you got to dodge the other 3 while you're in that case while you're trying to kill the one.
Trust, I've had my experience with a lot of things. You want to throw at me? I want to. Let's go.
Yeah, or boom boom with cheap Boss Bass, but Boss Bass might win anyway.
Did he have better luck with World 7 or following our path?
Okay, see. Yeah, Alan looks like he's going to check every pipe as of right now. So, all 3 of you, I believe, is taking all the pipes just about. Alan hasn't turned around to 7-1.
It's tough because the question becomes, well, when do where do you turn around and go back and call it quits? Because, at that point you're losing the time going back for there, and if it will happen to be that one next pipe, it's always that one next pipe that you're hoping it'll be.
And we got one of them piranhas throwing his little spike ball, playing with it in this level. Ugh. A rude location too.
Yeah, I think what will end up happening is I might not prevent that necessarily from being there. I know that can potentially be a soft lock, but what I'll probably do is let that Koopa shell, that that happen to be there, as I think I'm going to fix it so that way that Koopa shell there'll always be a Koopa there. So even if there is a bad enemy that spawns there, you're guaranteed that you'll be able to kill something with it to be able to push it out in the future.
Yeah, I've seen in the same level that we got a fire-breathing piranha just under a pipe, but luckily there was a Koopa shell right next to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, for all those wondering, Fred's the one that made this randomizer possible, and he also made a Zelda 1 randomizer. Both great randomizers to play.
Thank you. Yeah, do my best with them. Try to give everyone a lot of fun, and those two games that I've definitely spent a lot of time playing as a kid, and picked this project back up again recently to try to get some more stuff in there, and it's actually been a lot of fun. It's amazing to just see this whole community that's come together, and just seeing a really large, awesome tournament here come through with this. There's also a Zelda 1 randomizer tournament also finishing up. Many of you have seen that on Speed Gaming and other places as well here, and these communities just in general are amazing and awesome. It's cool to get to see this all work.
I agree. I joined the randomizer, community around the SGDQ period last year with the Zelda 1. And I got myself into SMB3 rando just on a whim, basically. I never played SMB3 randomizer before the beta and that. So I had fun doing that when I played it.
Oh, I'm glad you've been enjoying it. Yeah, I was glad everyone's been, having a chance to do this. We've had a lot of good feedback come out of everything, and it's just been, as I said, it's been absolutely great experience getting to run with this all, and just seeing everyone being able to have fun with all these different randomizers. There's tons of them out there for pretty much feels like now almost any game you'd be interested in playing, there happens to be a randomizer for. So it's really cool getting to see a lot of life breathed back into these old classic games.
Yep. It's still making its way in World 7. Basically, full clearance 7. One of them worlds that could be a pain to deal with.
World 7, the best. But just if I could, on a quick note too, I want to give a big thank you to you, Fred Coughlin, because SMB3 again, holds a special place for playing it ever since it got released. So for like over 28 years now, and big thank you for making the SMB3 randomizer and giving me another way to play a game that hold true. Appreciate that.
Oh, no problem. Again, thank you for coming out, playing it, enjoying it, for kicking butt at it, going undefeated through the group phase. Now, again, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with coming up here in the second half of this, and I'm glad to see everyone get a chance to be able to do this and have a ton of fun.
I can't wait to see what changes they are for the bracket stages, because there's quite a bit.
Yeah, Big John's been working on that. He's trying to get some good flags together. I don't know if there'll be a ton of necessarily gameplay changes. There might be a few things that are, flags that are toggled on or off as we're going here. So there's definitely the possibility of getting some cool stuff going on, and it'll just be a case of, do we, see what the runners can do with some of the madness. And as I said, I'm trying to fix a few bugs. Maybe I'll get a couple other small things in there, depending on what else I can get in there in time. And there's not a lot of time left. I want to make sure that anything I release is fully tested before I release it. I don't like releasing things that have a lot of bugs in them, so I don't know for certain if anything will if there'll be any new flags necessarily for the bracket phase, but at the very least, I know Big John will be changing some of those. And again, everyone make sure to give some huge shout outs to Big John, because without him having done the admin side of things and pulling to get this tournament together, it wouldn't have happened. And make sure you follow, Feasel and everyone at the Speed Gaming crew who have done, tireless job trying to put this all together and handle the restreams on this. Again, just an amazing effort here. Make sure you follow Sharky here on commentary, because he's been doing a great job with this, kicking butt, and everyone said the whole crew is just amazing here.
Yep. And special shout outs, to all the runners again. Fred for the randomizer itself. Without the randomizer, this wouldn't happen as well. And of course, Faisal for the restream, and the Speed Gaming, same thing for the Speed Gaming community as well.
Yeah, Fiesel's done a ton of work for this. It's been absolutely incredible what he's put together. It's great to see everything.
And I'm glad to be a part of the community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's been doing an awesome job and hard work, and appreciate everyone doing. We're able to tap.
And Alan does pick up a frog suit, so he is making his way through World 7. Just got 3 levels to do to get to the airship. And shoutouts for Alan continuing on playing after that rough start he had in the first world. Moving along now, so hi Boss Bass. Haven't seen you in a while. I would love to see double Boss Bass or a Boss Bass in the water level, if possible.
Yeah, Boss Bass in the water level we might be able to do at some point. The main thing I think for more than one Boss Bass just ends up lagging the game huge time. At one point I did have a couple of them showing up, and I remember there being quite a bit of lag that was coming into play, so it just made it a little bit at least at the time I was feeling like it was way too hard for the runners to be able to do it, be able to play the game realistically.
Just gotta learn how to play with lag. Tell them to step their game up.
Yeah, back before the beta, I remember having a level with a Sun and 2 Boss Basses. It's like, oh, hi.
Yeah, exactly. You can get some really nasty combinations if you don't put some of those limits in. So it can.
Yeah, I remember taking a screenshot
painful.
of that a long time ago. But that was before beta, so fun times.
Yeah. At some point here, I might actually look into seeing if I can move, the graphics around in banks and possibly allow for certain combinations of enemies to come together that you normally wouldn't see. But that's, as I said, that definitely will not be a bracket phase change. That will probably be a future change, maybe for like a 1.2 release or something like that, or 2.0 or something.
Yep. Unfortunately, Boss Bass had his lunch now, so this time Alan's making his way through with a P-Wing.
Hopefully he'll be careful, because I've seen in the past when that happened, so we saw it with me, where all of a sudden Boss Bass just shows up right in the middle of the air, and you have to be careful about when you fall down. Please don't let commentator cursive just happened.
Okay, Alan made it through that time.
Whew.
I know Boss Bass likes to be hungry sometimes.
Well, to be fair, he hasn't had a lot to eat in a while. I mean, he's out there in land, for that matter.
Yeah, he's hungry. He needs some food.
Tell him to eat the Goombas.
And he's making through the lava fortress on top and bottom. Oh, that star went the wrong way.
I'm kind of glad I clouded over that one. Yeah, this was one annoying thing, not finding any music blocks until well after they were needed. Not finding any, and not having the hammer suits until way too late.
And that walking flame is, well, has his mind of his own. And that's an added feature in the rando, so...
Yeah, there happened to be 2 walking flames, just one never actually made it into gameplay. And one of them was, the one that we see all the time, the candle gets scared when you look at it. And the second one just happens to be an enemy that's coded to walk randomly. And, checked it out when I was doing the stuff, and it never seemed to have any major issues with movement. So, yeah. Got to come in and play. You get to see a couple of those random ones. You also get to see those weird yellow fish in the second Autoscroller there. Well, you didn't see any of them in this case because I think I killed myself before I got there. I'm not sure if anyone else, I'm not sure if Classic Gamer here actually played that or not. But basically, there's a couple of enemies in the game there that just weren't really ever used, but they're in the code. So we made sure to add them in when we do the randomization.
Yeah, if I recall, Classic Gamer did do part of the level, but then kind of fell off the bottom on accident. I don't know if it was accidental or not, so... He had a frog suit at the time, so...
Well, let me answer that. I was just swimming around, minding my own business. Said, you know what? Let's see if RNG loves me. And apparently it did, because I didn't get caught again.
Nice, yeah. I basically, after when I first went in there, I said, oh, okay, I'll just kill myself and start over again, rather than go through the level, and then 4 hands in a row. And the funny thing is, I got to the middle hand and, got caught in that, beat the stage, so it was just a case of, okay, move left, oh, caught, dead. Okay, back to there, okay, move left, oh, caught, dead.
Neither of you got caught by the first hand, but both of you got caught by the other 2, so... We don't know what's at the first hand yet, so...
Hopefully we will find out shortly here.
Alan's making his way through the Koopa here. Easy work. And only left is the free world and World 8.
Yeah, the only major issue that can come up is the fact that Wendy on non-flat terrain can be a little bit tricky dealing with her rings. So hopefully I haven't just relaunched a commentator curse here.
Well, we'll find out in a minute.
Well, to be fair, I'm a competitor, so it would be a competitor curse, really, not a commentator curse.
Yeah.
Well, let me speak on
Wendy.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's have an easy Wendy for Alan.
Let me speak on Wendy real quick, because apparently everyone has an issue with Wendy when Wendy is so free, it's ridiculous. So let's up the ante, because I'm a madman. Make it happen. 3-4 Wendy fight. Let's go! Do it! I want it all. Crazy. Make all the power-ups just kill you. That way you have to do it as small Mars.
That would just be evil.
And quick work on Wendy, so... World 8, here we go. Of course, Peach would have to give a music box at the end. Not useful.
Yeah, Peach was a little rude tonight. No music boxes. I don't think Peach really gave many hammers either. I think those were mostly just came from a hammer bro or two and the stars in the end game. But other than that, yeah, Peach was kind of rude tonight.
I think she gave a anchor early. I don't know what world. I think she gave a an anchor early on.
Yeah, so I
It's not
remember one
useful.
anchor coming through. No, it just gets you the frog suit. You know,
Yeah.
thanks. Couple of hits at least.
Yeah, that's about it. You could save it for Bowser if you really want to go that extreme.
Exactly.
And Alan gets grabbed by the second hand. Well, everybody gets grabbed by the second hand.
And you'd almost think that there was like the RNG factor going on, that I'd somehow blocked RNG for the races or something, but I have not done that.
It's still RNG's fault.
Oh yeah. But it's not fixed RNG in this case. It is just a true random luck in this case, all three coming together.
Yep. Alan beats the second hand easily. Funny, I wonder if that first hand was a water level. That would be funny. And he gets grabbed by the third hand. He's gonna find out. Oh, time to move slow. Oh, that star ran away. And he's going through the level as of right now, so...
Third hand for the win.
It's not completely hard, it's not a bad thing to do. It takes a little bit of time, but at least in this case it would be guaranteed that he's not going to do that, and then he could have always come back, except the death. But the death may actually come to benefit him.
Oh, he uses a frog suit and gets grabbed again. Might as well use that frog suit. Make it a little easier.
Yeah, frog suit gives you a ton of maneuverability. If you keep it.
Yeah, but the bloopers are not having it really. The path Alan took, he's gonna learn quick. It's the correct path.
There's a number of different paths you can take, because we didn't see the third screen at all here on this race, but presumably if you had gone through the if you had gone through the ship there, whatever that ended up being, you would have gotten to the third screen. Basically, almost all the pipes on that screen would have basically fed into each other. That's what it would have turned out to be in this case. I really like the occasional seed that happens where you attempt to you have to go through the bridge to get to the airship to unlock the lock, and then have to go back and around to get to the end of the game. Those are the seeds I love seeing, and that can happen. There's absolutely nothing stopping that. It just didn't happen tonight.
And we get the super tank here. So Alan is on his way through that. Quick work. Gotta say hi to Boom Boom and hopefully kill Boom Boom real quick. And the last fortress is 402's fortress here, and right before Bowser, so way to get in there.
Fortunately, this is a fortress that a lot of us had practiced with as kids. Yes, you might not necessarily see all the strategies now that you see that you did as a kid. We probably do some different strategies, and a little bit different with the fact that, especially here in the randomizer, Yeah, you don't have the same enemies all the time, but usually it's a reasonably quick and painless one.
Before I forget, I wish there's like, if it's possible, like randomize the doors in the fortresses.
Something on my radar. I won't deny that. The main issue is finding. I have to go through and find out where it sets, your X and Y coordinates and where things are going. I don't think it would necessarily be a bad thing. I'd have to actually just go through and make sure that it's possible to, complete a level at any given time and not get trapped. That's the main concern. I don't want anyone to have to sit there for 250 seconds because they took a one-way door and now it's impossible to escape. I sometimes try to be nice. I do a lot of mean stuff with the randomizers, but I try to be nice sometimes.
There hasn't been anything yet, so please add. But again, I am a madman.
No, trust me. I've seen Mad Men with Zelda Rando. So far in this game, we haven't gotten anywhere near close to some of the evil that comes out of that.
I've definitely watched.
Yeah, 2 completely different randomizers. Both are fun. I enjoy both of them. So Z1, SMB3.
Appreciate it. As I said, there's a ton of other ones out there. Zelda 2 is out there, Link to the Past. Some of the bigger ones as well. Final Fantasy Randomizer, that one is also a really impressive one. And just in general, a ton of them that are out there. Who knows, maybe I'll try to find another good project at some point here to make more people pull their hair out.
Yep. Alan's getting hit by Bowser there. Making his way through Bowser. Just one more stump by Bowser. Oh, he moved too early. I don't know if Alan knows that Bowser doesn't have a hitbox underneath.
Well, the one main issue though here in this case is the fact that if he went for the box underneath at that point, he's looking for the final hit, so you have to dodge out of that one.
Yeah, and he does defeat Bowser. Just gotta go to that door. And finishes with an SRL time of 1 hour, 32 minutes, 35 seconds. Get your GGs out for TheAlanHeffley. Oh, I probably butchered it that time. But well played. Continuing on the whole seed.
GG.
I'm going to see if we could get a interview with him. So, and this race has been great. So, I enjoyed commentating on it. So, it's rare to see a 3-way race. You only seen a few of them so far, and you can probably see at least one more. Or probably more. Depends how the other groups fare.
Got a lot of fun stuff coming out of this, so hopefully, as I said, hopefully we see some really good action here, see some good multi-races, and then launch right into the bracket phase after that, and as I said, a lot more awesome chaos.
Yeah.
Like Big John says before, enjoy the hammers while you still can.
I mean, that'll be a major change as it is. If you're removing the hammers, it will completely change how the players are going to play. You see a lot of players take that gamble now on the end game, make sure that they can get the, see if they can possibly get hammers, because you don't know what you're going to get out of it. And then if they fail to get hammers, then now if once we remove the hammers, breaking locks, for example, now do you really want to go for that? I mean, you might get P-Wing, you might get some other stuff, which is always a good thing, but that would really be an issue.
And we got Alan joining us. GG's.
Hang on a second, I can't hear you all. Just 1 second.
Everybody.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, GG's.
Thank you, thank you.
So, what were your thoughts about the seed?
More or less just thoughts about that first stage that I kept dying over and over and over and over and over and over again on. That's really about all I had to say about that scene.
Yeah, I think that fire.
Other than that, I was fine, really.
I think that fire broke got everybody at least once.
Oh, it got me about maybe 50 times. I'd say about something like that.
That guy was evil.
Yeah,
Out for
then
blood.
yeah, that World 7, just about full clear. Only if you went back to 7-1 and decided to go through that pipe first.
Yeah, of course I had to go meta, pretty much.
The funny thing is, we all did, it sounds like, and so we all basically did the complete world tour of World 7 there.
The shame.
Oh,
The World 7 of Shame tonight. And I believe that was your third time trial you've done.
yeah, and that was, I believe, my best one, so, yeah.
So at least you're set for the brackets. I guess once brackets are set, we'll find out where you'll be seated in it. So
Yep. I'm sure I'll get somebody really, really good, so, that'll definitely put me to the test there.
yep, anything can happen in a randomizer. So
Oh no, you're absolutely right, trust me.
I know that first level kind of like got you there, but after you got through the first world, you just started moving quicker. So
Yeah, the more power-ups I got, the more comfortable I got, pretty much. It's pretty much how it goes. Just gotta get that first one out of the way. Thank God it was the ice world, so I'm glad I got that out of the way.
yeah, and then you, of course, at the end, the World Tour level 7, then World 7, then World 3 being free. I guess it
Oh, yeah,
made
that was
up for it.
Yeah, I love World Free. It's lovely.
And I don't think I have any other questions, so trying to think here. Yeah, pretty rough seed in a way, so
I wouldn't say it was rough, just a bad decision.
yeah,
Here,
true.
here.
Not too much boss bass, so no evil sons playing a factor, except for that one son. So, and
I love that.
I don't remember what
that boss.
level.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
love
that
that
one
boss
evil
bass
son.
That boss bass that chased me into the sky, pretty much. That was pretty funny.
That's always fun. Boss bass flying.
Yeah, I think that's Evil Sun I'm thinking of is was like in 2-5. Just at the end, it's like, nope, I'm not going to let you go by. Ugh.
At least we didn't get the one in 2-3. That's like the worst I still have to deal with. So
Wait a minute, it might have been 2-3 because I think there was a sun in that level. I know it's one of World 2 levels. There was an Evil Sun in it.
I don't know. I don't remember. The sun didn't really troll me that much today.
Yeah, the sun rarely makes its appearance. When it does, wow.
Oh, yeah.
He's just making this looks good, I guess. Hiding behind something or doing whatever he wants. So, any final thoughts before I guess we head off?
No, just thanks for thanks for the commentary, Sharky, and I think was Prolo was with you. I think.
He didn't come in tonight, so
Oh, he didn't.
I took the action on solo tonight.
Oh wow. Well, good on you. And,
All the more credit for
thanks
you,
the
yeah.
commentary. Absolutely. Just thanks for the race, and I guess I'll see everybody in the brackets then.
Sounds good. And make sure also, as you're make sure to follow the commentary. Speaking of it, follow Sharky there. Follow the runners in the race. Especially, Classic Gamer there. TheAlanHeffley. Apologies if I butchered the name pronunciation. I guess follow me. I guess never like plugging myself, but also follow Fiesel with Speed Gaming. Lots of fun action still going on the Speed Gaming Network. Looks like Speed Gaming 4 has a Mario Sunshine tournament race going on right now, and not that I'm biased towards it or anything, but over on Speed Gaming the Uno, there is a Zelda 1 randomizer elimination bracket race, I believe, going on. So feel free to check those out as well as you're going through your evening.
Yep. And tomorrow we have, looks like, at least 2 matches for SMB3 Randomizer. One at 9 p.m. Turbulent Eddie taking on Adrabib. Okay, I probably can't pronounce his name right. Adrabib. And at 11 o'clock, we got Unos taking on Justin Man 114. Both probably should be a good match to watch.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
I don't know what channel they'll be on, so just check, I guess.
Just keep an eye on the Speed Gaming schedule that they'll be assigning the networks for all of the matches that are upcoming throughout the day tomorrow, and you'll be able to see what you want, where you want it. So it should be great here. But thank you again to everyone, and I hope you guys all have a good night.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you, everybody.
And this has been Sharky2107 commentating this race. Hope you guys enjoy your night, and never too many boss passes around. See ya, guys.
Yep. Good night. Remember, keep it random.